Good, beautiful morning, celestial souls, cosmic beings, eternal, ever new joy as your essence. You've never been born. That's strange, but you've never been born. And we think of born as in a physical body. But here this morning, we're going to be reborn. Every every moment, my dears, that you are able to remember source in the privacy of the privacy of your own heart. No one needs to know what your inner life is all about. In fact, it's best to keep it secret, keep it sacred. No one needs to know, but they may see a big change in you in the sense that you are always smiling, you're always really caring, you're emitting a force, a love force out of your heart center. These are subtle things, yes, but they're real. They're more real than anything that could happen physically to you in this life or could happen physically in this material world. So, Ricardo, welcome back, my friend. Tammy, it's always at the next level. What if love was something that at every moment, if every moment there was just more love entering into you, like you had an inexhaustible supply, and you just had it dialed into your veins, your arteries, your DNA, and every moment was a better moment than the one before, and with more love, and with more peace, and with more understanding, and with more energy, so that you were living in this world. Roman, welcome, buddy. Yes, sir. That's my man right there. Yeah, this is a important. This, hey, every moment is important, my friend. That's why we need to live in the moment, right? Because we don't want a moment go by because we're on a drip, meaning that we're sipping the amrit or the bliss nectar, the love force. We're sipping the love force with every aware inhale breath that's in the present moment, where you are in the present moment with that. Yeah. Let's just see how that feels for today, okay? What if you could go the whole day like that? That every moment you were pulling in a frequency, actually, a vibration that is pure spirit. Yeah. There's no in between stuff. There's just pure spirit, and you could just sip it up like a fine wine and get in. As Yogananda said, I'll sing thy name, I'll drink thy name, and I'll get all drunk with thy name. I mean, I think that each one of us here on this stream one day is going to realize that that is really the only purpose of our lives. That is the only thing that will really work. We might have a lot of good plans going on and things seem to be going okay considering the circumstances in our world, or not okay, but that we are going to realize that there's only one way out in this world, and that is the way in. And the more we're in our essence, in the truth of us, we just need some more trust, possibly, and some more faith on that. But the more we're inward bound, my dears, the greater is going to be our joy and our peace, so we can live a life the rest of our days if there's still a planet. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? If there's still a place where we can live on this ball called planet Earth, that every day is going to be a better day than the day before. In fact, let's just say for today's stream and every stream after that, every moment, every breath is our focus point. And that in that focus point, there's something called your devotion. There's something called about longing. There's something called about when you're really sincere, and you're sincere with truth, whatever how truth, how it resonates for you. But I just love the idea that this morning and when we do these streams, that you are drinking, you are sipping a vibration. It's like I led a meditation yesterday, or not a meditation, a reading at the Ashland Meditation Group. And it was such a beautiful reading. It was Yogananda's words. It was his service reading and for service for the groups and around the world. Anyway, it was seemed like, as my wife told me later, she said, you took the words off the page. I go, what? You took the words off the page? I took the words off the page. All I knew was that I was drinking those things that I was saying, right? It wasn't just a job. It wasn't just something I needed to do. It was pure essence. So let's get down to that. Let's get down to that so that whatever we hear from this stream, it's a beauty. I think it's a beauty, the one we have coming right up, my dear. That we feel the vibration and it comes in and it absolutely infiltrates our whole bodily system, mind, heart, cells, energy, everything about us in a human form just gets energized by the vibration, so that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that God is with you. That source is 100% you, ready to go. It doesn't go to sleep. It doesn't have something else on its mind when you open your heart to it. It's all about you, my dears, 100%. So give that a go as I say these words or share these words, and I'll tell you who this is from. This is from Archangel Jophiel. That's from an archangel. Well, believe it or not. But if you want to have a better experience here, if you want to take the words right out of your intellect and into a living vibration throughout your entire body, so you're just getting more and more intoxicated, so to speak, with the divine. I'm serious about this, because listen, where else are we heading, my dears? Where are you heading? For the rest of your days. This is the most important moment of today, and that just decides where you're heading, right? So let's see what Archangel Jophiel has for us today. It's quite along the lines of what she is already, or he, I don't know if that's a male or female, it doesn't matter, probably not either. It's probably a divine being. It says minutes are more important than the years. And the first thing she does is put a quote up from Paramahansa Yogananda. I remember this quote. It's one of my faves. This is what, and then she says, immersed in God. Minutes are more important than years. Immersed with God. Every moment immersed with God. So Yogananda, his quote is, minutes are more important than years. I'd like to add, my dears, if you do not fill the minutes of your life with thoughts of God, the years will rush by unnoticed. I don't know about you, but I want to live a long, healthy, qualitative life, right? Because I know that this is the Earth School. And if we can graduate in this term, in this school of life, we will go to another dimension and be able to stay there. And there's dimensions upon dimensions. In my Father's house there are many mansions, right? And we'll be able to stay there. We won't have to deal with bombs. We won't have to deal with people who misunderstand us. We won't have to deal with, heartbreak and things breaking down. If we can, follow these instructions, or just let them come in like a fine wine and just get you intoxicated with this, right? If you do not fill the minutes of your life with thoughts of God, the years will rush by unnoticed. And when you need Him the most, when you need some help the most, which in my opinion is all the friggin' time. It's all the friggin' time, because if you're not with the divine, what will you with? You've been yanked out of the flow, and you've been put into a space of what you see the world is as it is now, right? So I, for one, want to live a long qualitative life and burn up all the rest of my karma. That's just me, though. And when you need him most, if we have the years rushing by, you will not be able to feel his presence. Feel his presence right here and now. Let these words come out of my mouth as a vibration and into your whole field, into your whole field. If it had a meaning for you, right? These are nuggets, golden nuggets. What comes out of a master's mouth, or the things that resonate with you, the deepest and most sincerest. Those are the things that we want to just let absorb into our whole system, my dear. So in this moment, if we can take care of this moment, guess what? The next one's going to be better. And then all of a sudden, we've been moments. But let's hear the rest of this quote. But if we let the years rush by, let the minutes of our life rush by, when we need him most, we'll not be able to feel his presence. But, this is a big but, if you fill the minutes of your life with divine thoughts, if you fill the minutes of your life with divine thoughts, the years will be imbued with them all by themselves. In other words, the years will be imbued with these divine thoughts all by themselves. God is realized in everyday life and is visible in everyday life. God does not hide from you, does not conceal his face when you need him most. So this is Archangel talking. So we finish Yogananda's quotes that will be in years, will be imbued with them all by themselves, these divine thoughts, if we take care of this breath right. If all of a sudden you can lift yourself up a little higher with your awareness and consciousness right now, just a degree, just a tiny degree. It's the intention, right? And then an archangel gives us this fantastic advice. God is realized in everyday life and is visible in everyday life. God does not hide from you, my dears. Never, ever. Does not conceal his face when you need him most. Dang. You ever feel like when you really need something, and if we don't turn to the source, it gets worse? And sometimes depression kicks in. That's not a good thing. And discouragement, that's not a good thing. But if we can take those hard times and know that God didn't go anywhere, we just are going through some karma burning. If we go through a very difficult situation, we call on God, we're burning up our karma. Yeah. So he's realizable in daily life. When he doesn't hide from us, never, ever. Does not conceal his face when you need him most. Wow. So what is our key here? What is our keynote here? To need him the most. To need him the most over the playthings of this earth. We have two choices. One, you want the playthings. You want these things that just give you a cheap thrill, the senses and all that kind of stuff. Or do you want the giver? There's just two choices to make, my dear. But let's listen to Archangel Jophiel. He'll be there when you need him most. He does not turn a deaf ear when you call upon him in distress. Isn't that cool, Lori? How many times are we in distress? we may not notice it, but if you feel kind of down and out in Beverly Hills, that your body system is being drained by distress. So how does that feel, that you just need to turn to the divine one who's ever with you when you're in distress? And he's there, she's there, always. So God accompanies, guides, and leads you. God accompanies. That means you have company. You have a divine best friend. The only friend, the only one really we can count on in this duality dream delusion we're in. God accompanies you, guides you, and leads you. The only question is, are you aware of this? Hey, Lynn Adams, so good to have you on board. You bring a whole bunch of light. I wonder if everyone's experiencing the light of Lynn. And that goes for the light of Marty, the light of Narayan, Ricardo, Roman, Sarah, Tara, Kathleen, Cammy. Hoo-hoo! Wow, you must have heard the call this morning, my dears, to be here, to hear this. No randomness anymore, doesn't exist. Or anyone who's sincere, anyone who's doing her and his best to turn to the light in anything and everything, good, bad, or ugly. So the only question is, says Archangel Jophiel, are you aware of this? Are you aware that God is with you now, guides you and leads you, loves you, has you, got your back? Go on and with all the bennies of turning to God in the present moment. Are we aware of this? And can you feel God when he is closest to you? Can you feel him? And then listen, if you think it, you can make it. So go ahead, and you may not feel him present, but you can certainly intuitively imagine that you feel his presence. You can certainly let him know one-on-one, I need you right now. I'm just a withered old earthling. I'm at my wit's end. I come to the end of the line, end of the line, end of the line. I come to the end of the line. I need you. I need you really bad. So she says this, Archangel, so say yes to God. Yes, 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 a big yes, my dears. Say yes to God. She says, now the Archangel said, I tell you, Kathleen, I tell you, Lisa, I tell you, Jen, I tell you, Lady. As these words get out of my sphere and into your sphere, personal recognition of what this means to you, saying yes to God. And then she says, the Archangel, you are worthy, beloved ones. You are worthy. I had a song once, and a part of the lyrics was, I'm a prince of peace. You're a daughter of the light. I'm a prince of peace. You're a daughter of the light. I'm a prince of peace. You're a daughter of the light. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Om Shanti Shanti Om. This was at our yoga studio in San Diego back in the day. It's still going on, Roman. It's the Soul of Yoga in Encinitas. You're not far from there. Go check it out. There's a big picture of me and my wife that I usually go down into the rooms. And we had a band for many years, and Sundays he did a big yoga class, and then we'd give an inspirational talk, my wife and I. And the band always had a new song to sing. And this was that I just shared with you was one of those songs. I'm a prince of peace, and you're a daughter of the light. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Om Shanti Shanti Om. I'm a prince of peace. That was just came to me this morning. I'm going, oh, what a beautiful memory that is. So you are worthy, excuse me, beloved one, and it is time for this truth. And this is so good. That's what happened yesterday. The words came off the page when I was reading them because there was no anonymous words. They weren't words, they were vibrations. I just had to hold hard time holding back the tears, like I am now a little bit. Maybe this isn't happening for you and me. Maybe there's just no more words that you analyze, but a frequency that you feel starting deep in yourself. And then when you're with other people, you can assume, you can make it up that they too have the same immortal nature, and whatever they're saying, whatever, that ain't what you're interested in. You're just getting their vibes. It's God in them. That was part of the message yesterday. It's God in everyone, even the sinner, even the one that has done horrible things. It's still God. So if we can recognize that in ourselves at a minute to minute basis, we've got it. We'll be seeing that in each other, my dears. No matter where you go, who you're with, you are worthy, beloved one. And it is time. This is a keynote of the morning. It is time for this truth that you are worthy, beloved one. It's time for this truth to penetrate your being. Penetrate your being. Feel it. Feel it. Intuitively imagine it. Believe it. And then go deeper. And for you, let this truth penetrate your being, and for you to begin using your free will to say yes to God and to his presence in your life. I mean, we're eternally with God. There's only going to be one unbelievable ongoing bliss that we're all going to be in, and you'll never tire of it. You won't be looking for playthings of earthly life. You'll be drunk. Can you believe really if that's the reality? If, well, it's a matter of how much you want to get the little nibbles, the little nuggets, and the little sips of present moment reality, and make it and fake it till you make it. Whatever way you want to look at it, my dears, that's going to be your fate. So isn't it kind of nice to just go to the end in mind, says Stephen Covey, of the highly successful people, that those steps that he had for highly successful people. So you can begin using your free will to say yes to God and to his presence in your life, whether you feel it or not. Because in your heart of hearts, you do. In your heart of hearts, that's all there is. It takes some practice, this archangel says. Yes, yes, indeed. It takes some practice, my dears. Some sensitivity, oh yeah. And some primal trust. When was the last time you heard that, Lori? Some primal trust, my friend. Anyone up for some primal trust this morning, Ricardo? Tara? Wow, primal, that means that it gets down to the essence, right? So let me see where I was in this thing. Say yes to God and his presence in your life. God doesn't need your faith. Well, let me just go back. I think I skipped a little bit. God, are you worthy, equipped with God to walk through life and overcome your trials? In this kind of knock a little affirmation. Yes. Are you? Yes. I tell you, you are worthy, beloved one. It is time for truth to penetrate your being. I'm just repeating that. And for you to begin using your free will to say yes to God and to his presence in your life. God doesn't need your faith. What God needs is for you to spend every minute, every minute, and every moment of the day. Are you up for this? Are you up for this? possibility, my dear, undreamed of. God doesn't need your faith or even your primal trust. I don't know where that primal, oh, it's coming up. I saw that primal trust and my heart just went right to it. But anyway, he doesn't need your faith. He needs you to spend every moment, every minute of the day with God in your heart. Ah, like there's a little one that shoots the arrows of love, little Valentine, little Cupids. Just came into your heart space, my dears. Shot an arrow of love right into your heart space. That's where God is. Every moment of every day, we get to spend time with that Cupid arrow just going off in our heart center. I'm just adding that Cupid thing. But God's in our heart. No one needs to wait for God or expect his miracles. You don't need to wait. You don't need to expect his miracles. For the miracle of life unfolds in the midst of everyday life. Because if you're feeling a little out of sorts today, we can turn that around like that. Because this day is a day to be in the heart with God. Every breath, every moment. For the miracle of life unfolds in the midst of everyday life when you live connected to God. And don't only turn to him in times of need. Gosh, that's better than not turning to him. But we want to turn to him because it's our forever. Because God is our first love. Because it's the only way out is through into the heart we go, within. It takes some practice, some sensitivity, and some primal trust for the miracle of a healthy relationship between you and God to manifest. Okay? So looks like Jophiel is being real. It doesn't require blind faith in God, but rather, no blind faith, but rather the heart to invite God into your life and surrender your life to him. That's all. It doesn't require blind faith, but rather the heart to invite God. If you're struggling today, my dears, invite God into your heart. He's there. It's just for you to remember that God won't come in there unless you invite him in. But rather the heart to invite God into your life and then surrender to him. This section is called Reaching the Highest. Describe your problem. See, it's another thing we may not do too good. Because we're too much filled up with the problem. We're still trying to be the one who reckons with our problems. Describe your problems and worries to God and begin to observe how fate allows you to mature through them. So problems are in our life, worries are in our life, so that we get mature. So we observe how fate allows you to mature through them, or how your difficulties lead you to previously unknown shores or to unimaginable results. Whenever your soul yearns to go so that your soul's path may be fulfilled, there God is. Wherever your soul yearns to go with it, dear. Go, girl, go, guide. Wherever your soul yearns to go, so that your soul's path may be fulfilled, there God is. Go, guide, go, girl. Nothing is left to chance when God takes the reins in a life. And as soon as you can feel and see how divine intervention is affecting your life, you have arrived. As soon as you can feel and see how divine intervention is affecting your life, you have arrived. then you have found it, my dears, and you have reached the highest point a person can attain. Many people plan ahead, make plans, look to tomorrow, look to yesterday. Only today, the here and now, receives little attention. Yet it is simple to lead a right, a good, a beautiful life, to be intimate with God today, here and now. So the final words. So go forth. You know, St. Francis said to his disciples, go forth, O monks, quietly, and preach the gospels only when necessary. So go forth, beloved ones, and, you know, and share this more in the silence. Just being it is a share, right? You don't have, you didn't you, and we all did in the beginning. I was always talking to everybody. Yeah, and you had the autobiography of the yogi, and you know how we do that. Everyone wanted everyone to have the same thing, feel the same joy. Yeah. But you go forth the way that's best for you. How's that? So go forth, beloved one. Deepen your relationship with God. Use your free will to make the right decision, the right choice, the right intention, so that your heart may win God, so that with your heart you may win God, and with your soul immersed, and with your soul immersed yourself, so that your heart will win God and your soul immerse itself in the grace that is God, minute by minute, so that the years may have their true value and you may be happy with infinite love. Archangel Jophiel. There's a picture of it. Nice. Huh? See that, Marty? Or is there too much light? Yeah, you get the idea, right, guys and girls? Okay. Well, let's just close our eyes for a moment, my dears, and we'll get ready for our ohms, but just let it soak in. There's nothing to think about right now, that's for sure. There's not going to be anything you need to do to help this world out in a physical way, as much as you can help the world out by being the change that we've just been sharing, and Jophiel has been sharing to us. So let all of this just bathe you in the light, because you're a Prince of Peace and you're a daughter of the light. Om Shanti, Shanti Om. Om Shanti, Shanti Om. So let's let these ohms be felt in all of our kindred soul, our twin flames. Every being is a twin flame, my dears. We are the self of everybody. Everyone is ourself. Everything. Oh, what a sacred planet we're living on. What a sacred journey underneath the chaos. What a blessing that we have another possible day, a possible reunion of sorts to deepen this relationship with the one. So let's rub our palms together as we feel, as you feel things now like you've never felt things before, you know, like it doesn't matter what happens to you, it's how you are generating this relationship with God, that everything comes in, but you're a God force. It is God who's sharing those things. Everything is God in disguise, my dears. Inhale the breath. Let's chant an oath. Oh. Let's do another just to follow up with that powerful vibration. We'll double in size and in power and in intention. One more oh. Oh. Make sure you got the right glasses. You picked up the right glasses this morning. These are the God seeing infinite love. This New Year's resolution of ours, timeless, unconditional love. We see through the heart vision. When we love through that heart. So we love, my dears, and let's just wrap our hands around the globe. Imagine just hugging every person that you could see, and they see something in you. They feel a light about you. They feel different. It's like they have an absolute transformation just being with you. Just feel like you're hugging so many souls today, one after another, letting them have some relief from the grief, a spiritual reprieve, so to speak. And they just have a shift. They shift. And you just keep being you, my dears. And then let's open our hands and let the light shine. Om Shanti Shanti Om Om Shanti. We're princes of peace. We're daughters of the light. Om Shanti Shanti Om. Om Shanti Shanti Om. One day we're going to hear these things. We're going to feel these things. These are just words, otherwise, just words that just fly by. Like the years can fly by, my dears, but that ain't happening on our watch. There's no time anymore to just, kind of be curious about what's happening in our world. Let's just put all of our life force into the heart space, breath by breath, minute by minute. So that is that, my dears. So thank you so much for coming on the line. I'm going to just open up the chat because if there's any place that you all can share something, this is a pretty safe space, Right, Sarah? Right, Roman? Yeah, man. I just feel like, as we practice this stuff that we're sharing, it's like the best way to know each other. It's the best way to know each other, right? I mean, we could all meet at a Starbucks or something and share some coffee and just get kind of the storybook of your life and all that, and that's fine. I like to do that, but this is deep. This is deep. We're this is love at a distance. This is what makes the heart grow fonder. This is not having the physical presence and just for crazy idea someone had. It was my wife. She's the one who put us in this predicament when her and Flossie's here. Flossie, Trisha's sister, came. They're in the kitchen, I think, right now, and they joined us. But Flossie and it was me and Trisha that were started those meditations before the elections, right? Because Trisha got hit by one of the gurus of SRF and said, we need peace meditation. And so that went all the way through, the election, and everyone was kind of depressed from the election. And then some of you said, oh, but what about the meditation? Well, they're very busy with their jobs and everything. I'm just a wandering sadhu. I'm just a wandering monk. And anyway, so I decided let's do this little thing here, this sacred soul meditation, right? And we haven't stopped. We're just somehow here. We're somehow here, you guys and girls. Daughters of the Light and Princes of Peace. Somehow we're here, and then every now and then we get someone as special as Kathleen and Roman to join us just out of the blue, so to speak. Yeah, out of the blue, out of the blue sky of Divine Mother's presence. That's where you've come from, you guys and girls. So anyway, we're all good. I'm sorry I took up a lot of airspace. But don't you feel closer to Archangel Jophiel for some reason this morning? I did, right? And that's something that we can now take words and transform them, alchemize them into the vibration that we are growing in our heart, more of a 5D new earth vibration. They call it sheen. They call the new earth sheen, Sheen. It's short for the new earth energy. Yeah, the 5D energy, the golden age, whatever way you want to look at it. But we take those words that come from someone and we're alchemizing them in the air as they're coming in through our ears, right? We're alchemizing to the vibration that we're keeping inside in the core of our being called essence. Yeah, called essence. We're in essence time, my dears. Yeah. So, all right, I'll let you all go because I know you have something you're going to do next. All right. Love you all. See you tomorrow. It's nice to have everybody on board here. Thanks. Powerful. Yay. All right. Take care, all. Love you. Love you, Marty. There's your doggy, Marty. There it is. Oh, smooches, smooches, smooches to Marty's doggy. Oh, it's a big dog. It's a Bernese, I think, or something like that. Anyway, there it is. Okay, here we go. And you got your dog too. You showed. Anytime you want to show that dog of yours, Kathleen, you go ahead and do it. Yeah, very cute. All right. Adios, my dears. Everyone else is gone. Much love.